WWE 2K19 is a game when you can oil yourself up, roll about on the floor, and no one can say, "Sir, you have to leave this McDonald's." First thing I had to do in the story mode is create the character to wrestle with. I wanted to name myself after the hardest thing in the world, but it turns out The Rock was taken. So I settled for The Rock also. You can customize everything in the game, especially the important things, like your face and your swimsuit. You can even pick what country you're from. Obviously, I went looking straight for the motherland, but they only had 3 choices. Cardiff, Swansea, West Llanfair Pwll Gwyngyll Golgerach Windrobert Llantysilio Go, lads. Racists. With my character now complete, I had a stroke of genius and decided to lather him up in body oil like a sweaty Agent 47. Now if you try and pin me, I'll slip right out. It's just like trying to wrestle a giant eel with pants on. At the start of the campaign, things are going pretty good for The Rock also, except I'm living in my dead dad's van and we're so poor my manager used a packet of dry super noodles as a hairpiece. My first wrestling match was in a school assembly hall that reeks of BO and GCSEs. This small crowd isn't enough to put me off though, and neither is this little kid's lifeless demon eyes. It's time for The Rock also to get his grease on. After hyping up the crowd, it was time for me to face my opponent, the Jazz Riddler. It's only my first fight, but I already know all the moves. The face boot, the crotch boot, and my personal favourite, the ground boot attack. Jazz Riddler, you're out your depth, mate. After the fight, the bigwigs were so impressed they decided to offer me a contract, which means leaving behind the days of the assembly hall wrestling and firing my old manager. See you later, noodle dick. I'd finally made it to the big leagues, but unfortunately, only 24 hours after being offered the contract, I went on a bit of a bender and got beaten up by a fan in a car park. He hit me before I could even grease up. That's not fair, is it? My contract offer was redacted and I had to go crawling back to Scrubsville where I started. Probably shouldn't have called my old manager Noodle Dick when I left. Knew that would come back to haunt me. After realising The Rock also was actually a bit of a wet wipe in the ratings department, I decided to leave the career mode behind and see what else this game has to offer. I scrolled through a menu where all the wrestlers are being snapped away by Thanos. Should have aimed for the heads, lads. Turns out there's loads of modes to choose from. You can wrestle backstage and batter people with fire extinguishers. You can wrestle in a field in the middle of nowhere. It's even got one of those battle royale modes all the kids are banging on about. Except instead of airdropping onto an island and murking 99 other mugs, you can watch this Donald Trump lookalike getting chucked through the air. Oh, that's my kind of victory chicken royale. In terms of character selection, there's loads you can choose from. Too many, if anything. I mean, who the is this guy? Let's say you don't want to play as a greasy Action Man doll. Maybe you prefer simpler games like Minecraft. Don't worry, in WWE 2K19, you can play as this box man, who is an absolute storage unit. Look at him go! Not into Minecraft though? Don't worry, everybody loves zombies, and this game has got you covered with an undead version of Triple H. I stuck my new zombie overlord in a match with the original zombie boy, The Undertaker, and murked that boy harder than he got it in Suburban Commando.
You're kind of light on your feet. Have a nice flight, camel breath.
You can tell 2K want to make sure this game is a banger, and what's the best way to do that? By adding a big head mode. All the greats have had it. Tony Hawk's, Golden Eyes, Time Splitters. I'm pretty sure even if a game's a pile of wank, sticking a melon head mode in it can turn that wank into gold.
Yes, putting in a melon head mode can turn wank to gold.
To be fair, the game is looking brilliant, because even if you're not into 2 sweaty goblins trying to flip each other about, there's enough mad stuff in you to keep you entertained. And if this doesn't make you want to play a wrestling game, I don't know what will. If you like that, then why not have a bang on another sports game I was brilliant at, NBA 2K19? Or why not watch this video of a real man's sport, Pure Farming 2018? Ho 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 ho!